2, 3, 4. Hi, this is Gayle. Welcome to my channel. I'm just doing some sound checks, which it looks like we're all good. So welcome. I am streaming today from Norris State Park in Tennessee. It's Norris, and we're going to be talking about travel and all sorts of fun things. So sit back and relax for the next little bit and jump in and join us. Now, I do want to ask you, if you have not subscribed before, to go ahead and do so. That's how you join the channel and be a part of us, and you'll get notifications. You click that little bell, and then that'll tell you whenever we do the videos. We do upload as a live stream on both Thursday and also on Sunday night. On Thursday, we discuss mostly travel, but we may also go down some rabbit trails. On Sunday nights, we talk about overcoming obstacles. So we have a lot of fun together. I'm going to go ahead and send out a tweet just in case those notifications did not get out on YouTube. Once in a while that happens. And so we have the Facebook group, Gayle Vlogs, and we also have my Twitter channel. So I'm going to go ahead and tweet that out right now. Okay. There we go. Now, last Thursday I was out and about, so we actually tried streaming from the car. That didn't work so good. So a local church here in Norris is allowing me time to come into their church fellowship hall and live stream for just a little while. So that's an awesome, awesome thing, but it may also mean that some people may walk through. If that should happen, we'll just take care of that when it does. So there you go. I'm also letting our Facebook group know these are not automatically done. So if you get a message from me on Twitter and it's a direct message, then that's a message just to you. That's not a message that's just been blasted out to the whole world. So there we go. So there we go. I've got a few things about Norris we're going to talk about. Okay, oh, we had someone come out. Okay, so a couple of little quick and interesting facts about Norris, Tennessee. It's close to Norris Dam. I'm sorry, I keep thinking I'm going to sneeze. Anyway, Norris, Tennessee is close to, of course, Norris Dam. And there's also the state park, which is Norris Dam State Park. So two really neat things there. The dam, of course, is part of the TVA dam system. The other thing about it is that Norris is actually close to Oak Ridge, Tennessee. So if you're familiar with the area, Oak Ridge was a town that was set up actually during the war, and it was one of the sites in what we call the Manhattan Project, which, or we didn't call it, the government called it that, which goes to go with the atomic bomb creation. So it's very, very close to Oak Ridge, just a few minutes away. And of course, Norris Dam is part of the TVA system. The Norris Dam Reservoir, of course, that goes into Norris Lake, which is a very, very popular summer attraction and winter because of the fishing, the boating, the swimming, the hiking, the enjoying the water, the great outdoors, and you name it. So let's see, we have Spider-Man the Hero has joined us in the chat. Hey, Spider-Man. So you're saying that you did not get a notification. I can't help that. Fortunately, that's why we have Twitter and why we have Facebook. YouTube, I don't know what's up with YouTube lately on the notifications. It's been kind of strange, kind of hit or miss. So, and I really don't know what to say about that, except make sure you follow us on Twitter. Twitter is Gayle Crabtree. Facebook is Gayle Vlogs. So you can join us on either one of those. Okay. Hopefully that'll help. I don't know what's up. We do have a couple of others watching. Feel free to dive into the chat room. We don't bite. We only bite on mic. We don't. So come on in and join us. One of the things about Tennessee state parks, you know, a minute ago, I mentioned Norris Dam State Park, being close to Norris, and of course Oak Ridge. It's a really good thing if you're traveling through Tennessee and you're looking for something to do. Our Tennessee state parks offer a variety of different things. Norris Dam State Park, of course, has the dam, and there's a great visitor center there that talks about the construction of the dam. It tells some of the stories about the concrete and lots of good information there. Of course, there's also here, there's the boat dock and of course the fishing and the swimming, places to picnic, places to run, ride your bicycles. There's also a campground for those of you who like to camp. Campground rates here are like between $15 to $27, and it's like a $5 registration fee. So, and let's see. Oh, we have Spider-Man has said, I think that YouTube and Google is dying soon. Well, I don't know about that. I hope not, but you know, it is what it is with the notifications. I mean, fortunately, we do have the alternatives. I think people have been saying that YouTube was going to die since, you know, the early creation of YouTube. So I don't know, can't comment on that. I can just be here and try to do the videos and connect with anyone who wants to come, which I appreciate my subscribers because you guys are like the best in the world. So Spider-Man, you're here in the chat. When you're relaxing and going places, what do you like to do? Do you look for cities or green spaces? For me, I like both. I love, love, love some of the green spaces, but I also love, love, love some of the cities. But I think, and you guys can call me biased since I was originally from Tennessee, partially grew up in New York, but also it's a long story, but partially in Tennessee. I think I'm a little bit biased to our state park system. And Norris Park is one of my favorites, partially because of the history of where it's located and the building of the dam. The building of the dam came about with the TVA, and like I said, we're close to Oak Ridge, where the Manhattan Project is, and that was the creation of the atomic bomb. And they're actually trying to make that area into part of a national park, which is going to be really interesting. There's 3 other locations throughout in different parts of the country. I don't know why I cannot talk today. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, 3 different parks, 3 different areas of the country, but they all came together with this common goal, and that was to create the bomb to end the war. I'm not really all into war, obviously, but the historic sites that came together to do this, the whole networking, it was just mind-boggling. And so Oak Ridge is a city that they built out of basically nothing. and they brought in the people were hired from locally and brought in, the experts were. The buildings were constructed, the homes, the businesses came. It was just literally from nothing. So almost overnight, Oak Ridge sprang up. And then we have the development of the Norris area, and of course, Norris Dam, part of the TVA system. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about when I say TVA system, we are talking about the Tennessee Valley Authority. And they're put together to manage the Tennessee River. Large areas would flood during, of course, the rainy season, which is quite often around this area. I'll explain that in a minute. And so to manage the river, to keep flooding at a minimum, and to control the water levels, that is how the Tennessee Valley Authority came to be, and that was the goal. The side goal was the creation of these lakes for people to enjoy. But now also as part of that, like here at the Norris Dam at the state park, there are actually interpretive programs and events at the Lenore Museum Cultural Complex. Now that includes a grist mill and a threshing barn, and there are all kinds of Appalachian artifacts and such. So going back to the question I asked Spider-Man about, did you look for green spaces or cities? He says both. Awesome. Awesome. So here we go. And I've got a text. So somebody found out that we're here. Let me pull this up. Okay. All right, you're talking about Travel Talk Tuesday. I've heard you mention Tennessee State Park, specifically Norris Dam. And this person is actually asking how much it costs to get into a Tennessee State Park, what do the campgrounds run, and what kind of hours should someone expect? Okay, multifaceted question here. I'm going to try to answer all of it. Okay, there is no cost to get into a Tennessee State Park. So how cool is that? It's totally free, which makes it a lot easier for families to go enjoy the state park, or if you are just coming through Tennessee and you want a good place to kind of relax for a while, then with the Tennessee State Parks being free, it makes it much more accessible and a lot easier. As far as the hours of the parks, the other part of it, the hours of the parks, they're usually open from dawn to dusk. Some of them do have interpretive centers. Like I just mentioned, the Lenore Museum Cultural Complex with the grist mill and so forth. Now, those types of activities will have different hours than the parks themselves. But the parks themselves generally are open, like I said, from daylight to dusk. And that's for the hiking, swimming, boating, those types of activities. Swimming pools may have a different hours. The interpretive programs, those may also have different hours. So if you're looking at going to a Tennessee State Park and you specifically want to do one of those activities, if you think you're going to come late in the evening, I would go ahead and give them a call, just as I would with any kind of attraction, and make sure that they are indeed still open. And let's see. Oh, the third part of your question. What are the campsites running? Okay. Yay, campers. The campsites usually run at the state parks are usually, I think that I said from like $5 to $27, $15 to $27, like here at Norris Campground and Norris Dam State Park. I've not heard of any of the campgrounds being more than that. Let me see if I can pick something up here. I'm just going to bing it right quick. They do give a discount if you have the National Park Service Access Pass. For people who are disabled, they do have a discount for that they apply to the camping. Now, I've gotten anywhere from the 50% off to a few dollars off. So it just kind of, I don't know what the rules are as far as like how they actually determine that, but you do get a few bucks off if you have that pass. So, there you go. I hope that helps, and I hope that answers your question there. So, I didn't mean to make this all about the state parks, but it looks like that's kind of where the conversation's going. I'm kind of surprised we don't have more people in here, but I guess that's the way it is today. You never know. And let me pull up that. Let's see if I can pull something up. I just realized that I don't have, okay. I don't have all the screens open that I usually do for the videos either, which gets kind of interesting. Okay. And Spider-Man the Hero says, I'm here just to listen to you. Okay, Spider-Man the Hero. Well, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. Let's see. I'm kind of surprised we don't have more people in here. But there again, you just never know. Let's see. Oh. I think there's another portion of that tweet. Hold on, Gloria. Okay, Gloria. I'm sorry, I just looked at the bottom part of that. Okay, Gloria, my background in the travel industry. Okay, here we go. I worked as a hotel desk clerk. I've worked as a reservations agent for a central reservation center. I've also done group plans and group planning. And I've also worked as far as writing articles for the Yahoo Contributor Network, associated content. I've done some article writing on Across Tennessee Magazine, which I think is not available now. Yeah, vlogs, websites, you name it. Noji. When ePinions was around, I wrote and did a lot of travel pieces for ePinions. Of course, with the changes of the internet, you know, not everybody is around anymore, which is kind of a bummer, but things change. So that's some of my background as far as travel goes. And I did receive an award for my travel writing back when associated content was around. So, sorry, Gloria, I'm late to the program on that tweet. So thanks. Oh, look, we have Tom Cruise in here. Hi, Tom. How are you? I'm good. Thanks for stopping in. We don't always have Tom Cruise in the house, but then we don't always have, well, we have Spider-Man a lot, which is really cool. And now we've got Tom Cruise, which is also really cool. So we're talking about just some general travel stuff. And Gloria, who is a lady who she sees some of my videos and she usually contacts me during the live streams, which Gloria, you're always welcome to come in and join us in the chat. But she had answered a couple of questions, so I was answering those. And she was asking about my background in the travel industry. And Tom Cruise says, let's watch Mission Impossible Fallout trailer. I'll let you, I don't know how I feel about that. Let's, yeah. I don't know. It's a little off topic too. Just actually typing this into the search bar real quick because I don't even know when it's coming out. Where I guess it is out, isn't it? It says, let's do it. It'll be fun. That's okay. A little too far off topic. So anyway, Gloria, that's some of my background on the travel industry stuff. And I hope that helps. That was a really good question to ask. Good. So what else is on you all's mind as far as relating to travel? Okay. Okay. Whoops. Okay, I just hit the wrong button again. Okay, so Gloria, if you're interested in, okay, analytics. If you want to know anything more about my background in travel or as far as travel in general, let me know. Okay. You can send me another tweet. Spider-Man the Hero says, have you ever gone outside the USA? And the answer is yes. I have driven across Canada a few times going to Alaska. And that's the farthest I've been from the States. Hoping to go a little farther, but you never know what the future is going to hold. But how about you? Have you ever gone outside the U.S.? And let's see what Gloria got to say. Let's see. And just popped up here. Oops, I'm bumping it. Sorry about guys. Okay. Taking me a minute to get signed into my phone. I hate having to have a password set. Okay. Gloria, I don't know why you don't just come in. But my friend Gloria is asking me about the Tennessee State Park system. Is it child friendly? Is it disability friendly? Okay, Gloria, the whole state park system, they've done a lot to make it all family friendly, of course, with just the nature of the park and being outdoors where it's green and all of the different activities. What I've found is there are some activities that are not handicap accessible, but most are. And that is the historic buildings. You know, there's not a lot that you can do to a historic building without totally taking away from the historic nature or appearance of the building. So some of the historic buildings are not necessarily disability friendly. The grounds may be, and there may be a lower level of the building, but you can expect that some of them will have a few steps. Also, there may be some uneven ground, although a lot of places will have sidewalks at least around the building. Hiking trails, it depends on your level of mobility issue. And So both yes and no. Of course, hiking trails, there are just going to be some that are difficult because that's just the way it goes. But there are a lot of places, and I don't want to stand like I'm stammering or stumbling, but I'm trying to think about what parks I've been to. Some of them have a fully paved loop, like for example, Cove Lake has a fully paved loop going around the lake. So that obviously is not a problem. And a lot of state parks do have paved trails. When you get off of that and you go hiking is usually where you have the problem. Seems like the ones that are a little more rustic will say so on the website. So I would encourage you to go look at the website. The restaurants that I've been to, like for example, the one at Cove Lake that I can't think of the name of right now, that area, that's all very disability friendly. So if you have mobility issues, the answer is yes, as long as you're close to the buildings and the visitor center and so forth. But if you start to go hiking, probably you're going to have some problems. Boating docks, you know, I would expect some potential issues there. Now, if you're talking about a disability that's related to sensory issues, then being out in the nature, being out in a natural setting may be very good for that. I really don't know. So for that, you're going to have to follow the advice of like the professionals that you work with. So really, it depends on your disability. But I think that Tennessee state parks have made great strides and gone to extreme lengths to be visitor friendly, and that is by having as many amenities as possible and by having, you know, just great parks in general. I'll never forget one of the nicest campgrounds that I have ever been to. And even in some ways, as far as the level of service, it rivals Walt Disney World. And that is the park up in Roan Mountain State Park. The campground there was immaculate. The staff came by. We saw them a few times a day. They were very friendly. They were very helpful. The park rangers were fabulous. And we were able to go into the store, which was pretty well kept for a camp store and nicely supplied, I should say. But they were out of firewood up there and they didn't have any. So they delivered it to the campsite. And so that was really nice. I could get really spoiled. And the bathrooms and all were super, super clean, which is a big deal for me. So you have a whole variety. And of that, I would say that there was a lot that would have been accessible, but it's really near the AT. So if you're going to be on the Appalachian Trail at all, I would say no. But around like the visitor center, some of the buildings there, the historic structures, I would say all of that would have been at least mobility friendly. So I hope that answers your questions. And again, this is just my experience. I mean, somebody else may go and your experience may be different, but that's mine. Okay, and moving back into the chat, let's see what we got. Spider-Man the Hero says that he's been outside the States and he's gone to Canada. Awesome. Which parts of Canada did you get to? There's a lot of really great sections. See. I'm also going to see, I may have a video while we're talking about Norris. Let's see if I can pull up a video that I have. If I can figure out how to do this. Because a few years ago, Norris Dam was spilling, and that means they were having to release water to help control the river, to help control the flooding. And when the water gets up to a certain point, then they have to spill the water to release it, and that's called spilling. And with Norris Dam, it's a very, very rare event. People come from everywhere when that happens because it may only happen like every 5 or 10 years. The past few years, it's been happening a little bit more uh, frequently than that, but still like every couple of years, 3 years. Now, Fontana Dam is another dam in the park system, and when it spills, it's just amazing. Let me see here. And that's even more rare that it spills. Ah, Spider-Man's been to Winnipeg to the zoo. Awesome. I haven't gotten to Winnipeg. I got really close, but I didn't get to quite go there. Okay, if I can pull it up. Come on. Let's see if we can get this going. Here we go. And let me see if this is going. And we've just been joined by Happy Lux. Hey, Happy Lux, welcome. Hey. There we go. I'm not sure if that actually worked. Let's see. Okay. I don't know what's up there. But anyway, we'll just go with it. What can we say? So I tried sharing video of the Norris Dam spilling, and that looks like it was a crash and burn. Yeah, because all it did. Great. Sorry about that, folks. But Happy Lux, I did open up your channel so I can remember to come by shortly after the video and check you out. So, okay, what all is, we're just going to put a wrap on this as far as the travel section. And so what do you guys have on your minds? What would you like to talk about? And I just got a battery warning, of course. And now I've got every window under the sun trying to open. I hate when that happens. Okay, I'm going to try one more time on the video that I'd hoped to have come up. Let's see. No, wrong one. No, this is just not working. Never mind, folks. I'm going to try this at another time to share that video. All right. Well, that being said, I want to thank you guys for stopping by and for hanging out with me. So we've got Spider-Man, Happy Lux, and Tom Cruise, and of course my friend Gloria. Thank you guys for hanging out. Don't forget to click like and subscribe to the video. And we're going to see you guys all out, about, and online. So bye.